Hello class, this is Social Studies, Fourth Grade, the nation's economy. Okay, I want you to see this picture. We have some information about the United States. We're always talking about the United States. And in this case, we're going to talk about economy. That refers to the money, to the products, to the selling, to the production activities. So the people who's working. So we are going to talk about the economy of the United States through the works they provide. Let's start. Needs and wants. Economies are set up to satisfy both needs and wants. Needs are things you must have to survive, such as food, clothing, and shelter. Wants are things you would like to have but can do without, such as a skateboard or a ticket to a movie. Okay, in other words, to talk about the needs, we have a picture here that represents the needs and the wants. Okay, the needs are important things for us. For example, the food is important. But these snacks or candies or lollipops are not important because are only desires. Desires are things that humans like, but they are not necessary to have. Okay, candies or sweets are not necessary to survive, but we need food, real food, yes. If, for example, if you go to the cinema, that is not important. It's just an extra. It's an extra activity that you are paying for. If you want to buy a bicycle or a skateboard, that is just for entertainment, not because you really need it to survive. Okay, let's continue. There are two types of needs and wants that are called goods and services. For example, needs, we need water, we need a house or a shelter, we need clothing, and we need food. In this case, are things necessary for survival? Remember, so without these things, there are the basic things to survive. People could not live. So it's important that you have these important utilities at home. For example, you need resources that are come from the natural environments you live. And some people live in the city, but they need electricity, they need water, they need services like these ones, internet, etc. And they need clothing and food. And the wants are desires that can be satisfied with other services. For example, wants are things that are not really important, but are in a kind of, we can say an argument that are a little necessary if you want to use it for different purposes. Transportation, for example, a car is important just when you are working on something, and we can say that we can live without a car, but a car is important, yes. What about the bag? The bag is only for women and girls. So yes, we like these kinds of things, but they are not necessary. A bowl, okay, a bowl is just for playing. It's not necessary. And what about nails, painting? Okay, all of the things are not necessary things, but people used to consume these products or goods, and the needs are really important. Okay, we have to say needs are really important, wants are not important. Okay, producers sell their products. In this country there are many producers, and that means that consumers have many choices of products and places to shop. Okay, consumers are people that wants to buy something. They want to buy, if you, for example, we are the people that go to the supermarket, we need something, so we are the consumers. And then we have also the places to shop. The market is a place so many people like to shop because of the fresh fruits and vegetables and it's not expensive, so you can find a lot of things in the market. Um, the supermarket is a little more for convenience people, so they want to go there. So you want to buy a little bit more of something, you can find a lot of things there inside, food, bread, etc. So clothing, it's a full market, but it's called supermarket. So the expenses are a little more high and are a little more higher, and so you can find a lot of things there, but you have to have a little more of budget. And the mall, so the mall is a place so where you can find a supermarket, a pharmacy, a cinema, a food court. You can find shopping stores, entertainment, and more. So all of these places are for you. You can go there and buy something that you need. So entire families go there and buy what necessary things to survive, and some that are not necessary. They are extra, as we were saying before. Okay, types of economies. Let's talk about the types of economies. First of all, we have the free enterprise system. It is one in which producers have the right to create any goods or services they want. Okay, the free enterprise, for example, the people do not depend on the government. So these people can sell the things they have. For example, if they want to sell clothing, they don't depend on the government for the prices and um, for the things they need, the payments, they don't need that. The command economy. The government decides what goods and services can be made and sold. Okay, if the government is in charge of this economy, the command economy, that means that, for example, in Honduras, we export coffee to other countries. So in this case, the government has to be with the coffee shoppers and the coffee buyers and the production of the coffee, all the process about coffee. So imagine in the United States, they are producers, right, of rice. So they produce rice in the farms. So when they are going to sell the rice, they had to be, the producer has to say to the government how it will be, and the government is going to give the prices and how they are going to spend that and how they are going to do with that. And all of those things are part of the economy. Okay, I want to say one more time that there are two types of economy in the United States: a free enterprise system that is totally free for the producers, do not depend on the government, and the command economy that is directed by the president and the cabinet in all the financial, we can say the financial people that is in charge of that economy, and depends only of the governments, the payments, etc. Okay, let's see this graph, parts of economy. Let's talk about the jobs in the USA. Why the United States are big? Well, because they have a lot of things that are producing for the country. Okay, 79% is in blue, belongs to the services. In the United States, a lot of people is offering services, since taking care of your pet and taking care of your house, homeschool, and a lot of services that can be technical or financial, dependable on every person or a company. The 14% that is in green, olive, is a 14 is manufacturing. Okay, what is manufacturing? For example, it's a production of clothing. It's a production of jeans, sweaters, socks, and a lot of things that can be made by fabrics. They can make in the factory, so they need human resources machineries to make this okay. So the 14% in the United States of productions are manufacturing. The 4% is construction. Okay, it's a purple color you see here. The 4% of the people in the United States are builders. So they construct houses or buildings or museums, a lot of places. So the 4% of the people um, is dedicated to construction in the United States. Let's see the blue color. So the blue color is mining. For example, mining is when you in destruction of the resources from the soil. For example, they explode in the gold, in the some gems they found in they can find in the soil of the United States. Some people are dedicated to the mining jobs. That is a little hard and they don't get so much, but that is another word that can contribute to the United States jobs. And 1% of the people in the United States, you can see the orange color, depends on the agriculture. Okay, agriculture, as you can see, is a process of cultivating products on earth. So they can grow up crops like carrots, vegetables, and also fruits in big quantities. 1% of the citizens of the United States are dedicated to agriculture. So this is the most important graph about the jobs in the USA. And remember, we're talking about economy. That means that it's related to money, to jobs, projects, and the government and the financial help they have, the independence where the people offer to the nations, etc. The government's role in the country. Okay, now we are going to talk about how the government can help their country. Okay, the government makes laws. That means rules and it protects the private property. Okay, the government made laws, important laws or decisions that can assure that people can live in order and safely. And it's important to understand according to this picture, so you can find a lot of people with different roles. For example, this is a nurse, doctor, a policeman, a secretary, and we have a firefighter. All of these people that live in the nation contribute to the nation working. Some of them are public workers and some of them are private workers. So all of them build up the way of the nation so they can produce a lot of things. And it's important for the country that these people can help every day to the citizens. Let's talk about also about the equality. Equality means that the political power should be equal to the private property's rights. And it has to be the same order, the same position. Okay, the political power has to do with the private property. They had to protect the private inventions. They had to protect the schools, the private and the public systems. And that's all about the government has the right to protect the people from any emergency if, if they have something in the moment to a tragedy or hurricane. So all of this business depend on the government. Okay, let's continue with the next. The government produces public services. Okay, the government produces electricity. It's important that the government can have this correct. Electricity is important nowadays. So you have a lot of things at home that need to be connected to electricity. Public transportation. Yes, we have public transportation, buses, taxi drivers, and a lot of transportation that help the people. The water service is important for many issues, for the daily living, for the health, etc. The health service is provided by the Social Security and also the hospitals that are public for all the people. All people had the desires to have a good health service, and they also want a health protection in case of accidents. Public schools. Okay, public school is should be equal for all the countries and the people. They need a public school to send their kids to study and to get advanced in the future for the in prepare for the future. And the social security is related to health and inconveniences and things like that. We have some examples here. And the government, okay, the government is the first, okay, the first power that has to regulate all those other producers and public services, teachers, police officers, and hospitals, health, etc. The government goods. Okay, the government needs to buy things also. The government depends on many companies because they need computers, they need stationery, reading paper for the office, they need paper to work on it, airplanes, because the president can transport on the airplanes. He needs to make some travels to everywhere. Cars, they have a special cars for the policemen, firefighters, trucks. They have motorcycles for the policemen and for other purposes. So the government also needs to buy things to other companies. Here we have some examples of the devices and equipments. So we can find this important. Yes, for the government, they also need to make use of this. Okay, and finally, you can watch a video. Here, the economics review. Okay. I will lend you the link so you can find this video so you can watch it and just that.